My name is Travon Lopez, and if you guys are new here, welcome. Before I tell the story, I just want to say I'm not starting anything. There's no drama, no nothing. It's just a story time, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. That helps a lot. If you guys do like this video, make sure you guys, comment down. If you guys want a part 2 on certain videos, then I'll do them. No, let me stop. This story time takes place back in, I would say, 2014. So I had to be like 15 years old, either 2013, 2014. Giving you guys a little backstory, I was always interested in like acting, music, etc, 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 etc. I ended up seeing a flyer for Alice in Wonderland. Like I have always been, like I said, into this type of thing. I had auditioned for Disney Channel, had gotten callbacks, but of course that was a scam. I did a lot of things when it came to auditioning. I don't even know what happened after that. Like I think I just did audition and just left it at that because I don't know. I ended up getting introduced to a director program for, I think it was like a community youth. It was something, but it involved like Kwanzaa, all that type of stuff. Wanted to check it out, see if it's something that I want to be a part of and if I liked it and whatever. A couple of days go by. That Saturday I ended up going, seeing what it was like, and I actually did like the atmosphere and everything. At that time when I did first start, I ended up meeting this person. We're gonna call her Z. And me and Z clicked like very fucking fast. I don't know, it was just like our worlds just like it just collided, and we just it was inseparable. Going forward, as we're growing up into our teen years, we did a lot of stuff together. We just been through so much together. Like that was my best friend. Like we were best friends. Like there was nothing that could ever, so I thought, separate us. Like we were so fucking close. This person was very well known around town for doing her little due diligence and or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but she was known around town for doing certain things. Now this was throughout, I think, middle school and throughout high school. Again, that was my best friend. When it came to us hanging out all the time, like I always wanted to see the best for her. Like, it was nothing crazy. Like it was just your best friend type shit. Like for her, it got to the point where when we were in our later teens, I would probably say like 17, 18, we had gotten a job at a higher end retail store. In order for us to work together, we couldn't let anybody know that we known each other or we were friends, because of the fact that it's going to be like a whole distraction to other people. We're not going to be doing what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, which is true, but like no, we just didn't tell anybody that we known each other for that type of reason. Us being put onto separate floors, we want to hang out all the fucking time. Like, and that's what I thought. That's just how it seemed. That's just what it seemed like. So we had gotten a job. We worked on the same floor. We was talking anytime we passed each other, we would talk. We would talk. It was nothing new. Like this is my best friend. Like I don't even know how this story time is gonna go, only because like that was my best friend. Like at this time we're probably 3 months in working this job. I had a manager come up to me and basically ask me, did I know Z? And I was like, no, I didn't. I seen her a few times. That's it. Like I never really had a conversation with her. I was like, why, what's up? The manager goes, because you guys have like the same mannerism, the way you guys talk, just being on cue with certain things, like it's all the same. Now this does happen to people, because we was together almost every single day from the first time that we met. A lot of the speech and a lot of the way we acted and a lot of like our mannerisms, jokes and insiders, etc, were almost identical. I wouldn't say like it was a twin thing, but it was very, very much the same. And that goes to show how close he was. Z ended up dating this guy and they moved in together. Now the guy apparently had a problem with gay people. I don't know. I remember we was walking one time, me and Z, and she posted me on her story, and her boyfriend slid up, was like gay and this, that, and the third. She was upset about the situation. She started crying, and I wasn't that upset about the situation, but it was more of like, you really thought, not her, but he thought that she was going to go along with it and talk shit about me. Again, we was super close. Like that's besides the point. So they ended up moving together, and he was paying rent, she was paying rent. It came to a point where he ended up stopped paying rent, so she was doing it by herself. Now again, because that is my best friend, she needed money at one point. He was not paying her at all, and my thing was, I didn't want to see my best friend homeless, especially because I'd known her for so long. I just couldn't see that happening. They ended up asking me for money, and I told them I could give them the money for the rent, which was not cheap. Her boyfriend's house that he should have been paying. So I was like, yeah, I could give you the money, but you can pay me back every month. You can pay me back $20 a month. Like it's not a big deal. You have a job. You have a job. You could pay me back. It was like, oh yeah, I'll pay you back. I got you whenever I ever not paid you back for so-and-so. I ended up going to the store with my cousin, and I ended up buying black cats, the Jordans. I bought a pair, and I bought a pair for my cousin. She paid me back for it. My friend seen that, and she was like, oh, she wanted a pair also. She was like, I want a pair also. Like, so I was like, okay, cool. But she was like, she doesn't have the money. So I was like, okay, I will buy them, but you just pay me back. Okay, cool. So that was the plan. You're supposed to pay me back even if it was twice, if it was once every other month. Regardless of the situation, it wasn't that much of a big deal where I'm going to harass you about paying me back. As long as like you're paying something, $2, $20, something, it wouldn't have mattered to me. Like something. I ended up noticing that she became very distant from me after the fact that she had gotten shoes and her rent was paid. It came to a point where we stopped talking for a couple months, and I was just very confused about the situation because we never really had an argument. We rarely ever got into a fight. It was nothing. If we did get into an argument, it was a best friend argument where we made up the same day. Like, it was just very confusing. And like, what was the cause of the situation? And so I started realizing it's because she didn't have the money to pay me back for the money that I gave her. Like I said, I even told her, you could pay me back every other month. You could pay me back every month. Like, whatever the fuck you have, even if it's $10. But I think it was one of those things where it was like a guilt situation where, because it was such a large amount of money, you know you wasn't gonna pay them back. You know you wasn't. And that's fucked up. It really is fucked up, and it's sad. I ended up texting her one time. Even though we became distant, we texted here and there. It wasn't nothing how it used to be, but it was like, you know, texting here and there. I bring it up again. I was like, hey, like, if you need my Cash App, I'll send it to you. That's the reason. Then, you know, and I'll send it. I got a message back from her saying that you get your fucking money when you get it. That blew me off guard because it was like, we never ever got to that point where now we're disrespecting each other. Like, it was just it threw me off. They say, or a lot of people say, like, best friendships that end are one of the worst. And, you know, that hurt me a lot. At that point, I've been friends with her for almost 10 years, I believe. Like, I don't know, like around 10 years. That's a long time. We did every single thing together. That was my best friend, and sad. Like, it's very sad. And not for nothing, I wasn't even upset about the money. I was upset about the fact that our friendship was worth that much money. All those years and whatnot is just thrown out the window because you needed money. You wanted the money. You didn't want to pay me back. That's what I was upset about. But anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, leave down below a video idea because I'm listening. I'll sure do them. Follow me on social medias. My Instagram is Travon.Lopez. Turn on the bell notifications so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next year, probably. Or, I don't know, I might upload next week. Bye.